The early 2008 MacBook Pro was the last pre-unibody 15-inch MacBook ever released by Apple. Let's see how it performs in 2021. The most recent supported operating system for this device is 10.11.6 El Capitan. However, unofficially it can run macOS Big Sur. My model is the custom-to-order model, meaning it has the 2.6 GHz T9500 Core 2 Duo from Intel and a 512MB 8600M GT video card. These specs would have been really good for the time back in 2008, however, in 2021 this thing is actually slower than budget Android phones, which is, well, pretty bad. However, even with a lack of power, this machine is still a perfectly capable internet browsing machine or even light video editing machine. And in my opinion, I still feel like the design of this machine is held up beautifully. The bezels are still super thin for its age, the silver keyboard works so well with the case, and it has ports. Did I mention it has ports, unlike newer MacBooks? On the left hand side you have your MagSafe, one USB port, audio in and out, and an Express Card 34. And on the right side you have your Kensington security lock, another USB 2.0 port, FireWire 400, FireWire 800, Gigabit Ethernet, and DVI-D. Now onto performance or lack thereof. In Cinebench R15, this MacBook scored a blistering 138 Cinebench, which in terms of modern computers is absolutely terrible, but considering this is an old Core 2 Duo, it isn't too bad as the machine is basically still completely usable for basic tasks. And as to be expected, the dedicated graphics have not held up that well either, achieving an absolutely amazing 8.02 FPS in Cinebench R15. Ouch. Even though that FPS figure is absolutely abysmal, it still doesn't write this laptop off for light gaming such as Minecraft, as we will see in the next clip. Now then, in Minecraft with default settings, it was completely playable. Like the FPS was bouncing anywhere between 30 and 60 FPS, which is completely playable, especially for this age of machine. So in my opinion, you could easily and comfortably play Minecraft and other similarly aged or lighter titles on this machine still, which I find rather impressive. Now then, YouTube Playback is where this machine really does start to struggle, because in my testing, anything higher than 720p 30 FPS is way too much for this machine, and it will just flat out stop playing and or drop loads of frames. So this machine is really only good for 720p YouTube. And that is about it, which pretty much sums up its internet capabilities of being very light or medium-ish, I guess. Now then, if you're sitting there thinking, oh, I maybe want to buy one of these machines or keep it for collection reasons, well, they have a few issues. Mainly one big issue is graphics card failure, which Tab HD here unfortunately found out the hard way. They just don't last, unless you're lucky enough to get a recalled model with a revised GPU, or if you're like me, get someone to install a revised GPU for you, and then these machines are basically bulletproof tanks and they don't fail, aside from the screen liking to snap sometimes due to Apple engineering. So would I recommend actually go out and buy one of these? No, not really. GPUs won't failure, and they basically will all fail. Unless you get replaced with one that doesn't fail. The screen still wants to snap. You've got the batteries to worry about, so if something battery faults, you'll cut it off. And you've got loads of other things to worry about, so unless you know what you're doing, you specifically do want one of these models and want to get the GPU replaced, I would not recommend buying one of these things at all, no matter the price, because they are all ticking time bombs, basically. Which is a sad thing, because I personally think they are absolutely beautiful machines, but they're just too much hassle to keep going, and for the little performance you get from them now, they're nothing more than a collector's piece, to be honest. So no, I would not recommend one of these in 2021 in the slightest. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a happy day.